artists. You guys did such a great job on your Kenya-inspired artwork from last week. Can you believe it? We're already on week number 9. It's wild how fast this is going by. You guys are doing such a great job. Keep it up. We're going to actually learn today about another African country, and it is called Morocco. You may have heard of it before. So we were in Kenya, which is on the eastern side of Africa. Now we're going to be heading northwestward into Morocco. Now, instead of looking at fabric like we've been looking at for the past few weeks, we're actually going to be looking at tile, and this tile is a very special kind of tile. It is called zellige. Now, this tile has been created since the 10th century, which is the 900s in Morocco. And the colors in the 10th century were mostly brown and white. It wasn't until the 17th century that the colors started to expand more, and then you start seeing this really nice, vibrant, bright colors that we see today. So zellige, what is it? It means little polished stones in Arabic. So all of this inspiration we're seeing in front of us, it is all zellige. So what is zellige? It's a tile that is baked and it has a glaze on it, so that's where the color comes from. And then you trace around the shape that you want, and then you chisel it out with a really sharp blade, and you end up making all these shapes that end up going into each other like a pattern, and that pattern is called a mosaic. So as you're seeing all these pictures, this is all zellige tile that is created into a mosaic. Isn't it so beautiful? So what we're going to do is we are going to be using zellige as our inspiration.
Okay, artists, you're going to watch the video about how zellige is made down below in the description box, and then you're going to come back to this video and we are going to start our warm-up. Here's our inspiration photo of a outer wall in Morocco. So we are going to be drawing this facade. I just love this picture, and we are going to dive in and get started. Grab your paper and pencil and let's go. So we're going to start off with the doorway, the entrance into this building. So notice it's a nice kind of curved U shape, and I'm adding a little bit more of a point on mine, but this is a warm-up, so you get to decide how you want to draw this, and we're going to do it together. Do not worry if yours looks different from mine. That's actually a good thing. Everyone's drawing is going to be unique and different. So I'm just sketching very lightly with my pencil right now, just trying to figure out the shapes that I'm seeing in front of me. And make sure, you guys, is that you take a break, pause the video so you can keep up with me. This video is sped up a little bit, so I don't expect you to be able to draw at the same rate I am. Now I'm just putting in some lines on where I see this molding on the wall, and notice it goes up and around like a horseshoe shape. And now for the top of the building, we're just going to put a straight line. And I notice there's these columns on either side of the building, so I'm going to go ahead and put a line in where those straight lines go down on either side. Now I notice there's another line at the top, so there's a lot of molding. So all of that intricate architecture that is chiseled into the wall. Now I'm going to go in all those horseshoe shapes that I put in, I'm going to shade them. So I'm going to make them a little darker, and I'm using the side of my pencil and I'm just kind of going back and forth a few times to darken up those lines because it's kind of hard to see. And this is also good because it creates a shadow. And now you'll be able to see my lines a little bit more easily. And notice they aren't perfect because this is a warm-up. We're just trying to look at the photo and get inspired and put down what we see onto our paper. Now just remember, pause the video so you can keep up with me, and you can also take your time. Now I'm putting a line in the back here where the doorway is, and now this is an entrance, so it's just an open arch into this kind of patio area. I put like the floor line, which is like the horizon line, and now I'm putting in some straight lines for the floor. Now I'm doing these kind of straight lines where the wall meets the ground, and then I'm doing this little curve shape, and then a straight line where the curve is, and then curving the bottom too. So then that way it's like the sidewalk. You have a nice entrance into the archway. Now I notice there's a little sliver of a window, and I'm going to make the window a little bit bigger. And I notice it's very dark, so I'm going to fill that in. And notice there's that really dark shadow, so that's what that shape is right there. So I'm using the side of my pencil, doing some hatching, some cross hatching, filling that in lightly but consistently. And once you have these kind of bones down, then you can start putting in some details. There's like a little flower detail at the top here. And I noticed that there are some kind of brickwork happening at the top. So there's kind of like these stripe lines happening. And it's up to you how much detail you want to put into it. And have some fun with the patterns. I'm just adding a little bit more shading so the areas where I see it's a little darker. And there we go, you guys. Our warm-up is complete, and feel free to add more patterns if you'd like. And also, if you want to color it in, that would be awesome. Nice work!